let's make no mistake, we're all in business to compete, and the same goes with cities and municipalities. When LEAP formed 10 years ago, it was not necessarily out of necessity, but out of a desire to become competitive on a much broader landscape, on a regional landscape, national, and of course, international.
Yeah, the conversation was just centered on how do we get this region in the game. The competitive landscape for economic development was growing around us, and we weren't growing.
And we knew that we had to have partners in cooperation so that when we approached businesses to locate in our region, we had a united theme so that we were going to be successful in bringing businesses here. So we came together, and they wanted a name. And so I came up with the name, Lansing Economic Area Partnership, because I thought LEAP was a cool way of expressing what our objectives were, to leap ahead.
The opportunity for our local community is that's unlimited, and that's what's exciting right now. And LEAP plays a vital role in bringing together new business, retaining existing businesses, and helping those businesses grow. And all of that is exciting. In my time living here in the greater Lansing area, I've seen tremendous improvements, growth, and change in what is available to our community, from businesses to arts and cultural programs, all of those things that grow out of good economic development.
It's been like a startup company. You know, its first 3 or 4 or 5 years, it went through those normal, I think, hiccups and fits and starts of a startup company. Now, the last 6 years, I think things programmatically and financially have really not only stabilized, but coalesced and come together for our region. And it's been $1.6 billion in private investment, over 4,000 direct jobs. That's not even the construction jobs. The multiplier affects the impact on stores and churches and philanthropic giving. You know, we're just talking about direct jobs and investment, but those are big numbers for our region.
Yeah, LEAP is so important to the well-being of our community as a whole, because it's focused on job creation. It's focused on placemaking, creating just a better community for families. And most people don't understand it or know it, but LEAP is involved in nearly every project that happens.
Well, I mean, it's always interesting to think about things that are here that otherwise maybe wouldn't be here. Gestamp plant is in Mason and employs hundreds of people in the manufacturing sector. They made a big decision last summer in the city of Mason. LEAP, MEDC got together. We put together an incredible package. They're expanding here instead of another state. That's a lot of families impacted. Jackson National Life, they were strongly looking at Nashville, Tennessee, but we got in there. LEAP led the way and put together a great package and was able to convince Jackson National Life to do their $100 million national headquarters expansion here with close to 1,000 jobs, $76,000 average salary. Oh yeah, that matters. These things really have impact, but beyond that, we've helped lead and put in place a remarkable entrepreneurial ecosystem that didn't exist at all. These are grants and incubators and loans and startup weekends and business pitch competitions, but LEAP has gone beyond that. Placemaking, diversity, talent development are all brand new initiatives as well that exist that did not exist before LEAP, and all of this is adding up to a great location for business to grow.
One of the things that's always impressed me about the leadership of this organization is our nonstop efforts in driving results. Everything from the outfield to Skyview. You look at the number of things that are occurring in this market and the economic impact it's going to have, it's significant.
What excites me about LEAP's future is the people here in our region. I'm a Lansing boy. I grew up Cumberland, Otto, Sexton, MSU, James Madison College. And I got to tell you, it's personal to me. And I think in the last 10 years, there's been a real spark in our community. And a lot of it has been led by our LEAP members and the young people who have been on the staff here at LEAP, who have really had very interesting, new, cutting-edge ideas. You have a fashion incubator? Okay, we'll do that. Number one for business accelerator funds? Okay, let's hire people who really know how to write those things. Big, tall buildings along Michigan Avenue connecting the two cities and the university? Let's do that. I think that we definitely, in a big time way, in a fairly rapid timeline, have jumped onto the same platform that Columbus and Madison and Grand Rapids are on. You know, it's going to be really interesting to see the Lansing area, our three-county area, in just a few years. I predict something big for us, and that's what we need and deserve.
There's no question that there's momentum. I'm so proud of everything that LEAP's accomplished in 10 years. In my mind, it's it's more trying to figure out how to go from good to great. We can leverage our assets even more. We can have more investment from the corporate sector. We can have better collaboration still from the public sector. That old saying that it's a journey and not a destination is so true here. We can't take our foot off the accelerator.
I mean, this organization is unlike any organization I've been a part of before. I always come out of every meeting thinking to myself, it's extraordinary that we're achieving these kind of results with this team. And it's that way every single meeting. It's extraordinary.
Being a part of the LEAP experience is, I think, vital for the business community. For each of our own businesses to be successful, we all need to come together to lift the region up. You know, we talk a lot about leaping forward, and what's the next 10 years of LEAP look like? To me, LEAP has unlimited abilities to make sure that this community is viable in the next 10 years and beyond.
We want to give a huge thank you to all 76 of our members. You know, 2/3 of our membership is the private sector and 1/3 is the public sector. LEAP literally and only exists because of the financial support of our membership. Thank you for making us and it and you possible.